10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the English coverage of the Boston Major Qualifiers. We are at what could potentially be the last game of all the qualifiers. Winner of the series will move on to Boston. Loser going home empty-handed. Best of 3 between iG.Vitality and LGD-IG took game number 1 in a tremendous stomp. The last time these two teams faced off, iG took it in a clean 2-0 sweep, and we're here to see if they can do that again. I'm Android, being joined once again by Purge. What are your predictions for this match?
Dude, I don't know. That game looks good for LGD, but just kind of got thrown away by them. A couple bad fights. iG.Vitality absolutely stomped, and it's very reminiscent of the first series they played.
LGD's turn.
Laning stage convincingly, and then all of a sudden IG just get kills and the game ends. That's what they do, man. And they weren't able to pull that off against IG Forever Young or whatever. Is that what their tag is? Forever Young? I think it's Forever Young.
Yep.
God, it's so.
Wow, Purge.
They had better team fight heroes. I think they may be the big friend. Perhaps they have different draft ideas and style, and clearly this LG squad has less known talent, with the exception of maybe. But they've got to make something work. They got to get to the late game. They have to semi-even. They maybe have too much focus on the laning stages. Well, they need to have stuff that's fights, but also can't kill. And Razor didn't really seem like that.
I mean, LGD, they crawled their way through the lower bracket, so they're certainly a strong team, and they've certainly earned their place here in the regional qualifiers. But iG.Vitality are looking so strong. When they look good, they just look so gosh darn good. So it all comes down to, do they deserve a spot at the Boston Major, or is LGD going to be taking that one away from them? LGD starting things out pretty sort of last game. You see 3 heroes picked up, 3 heroes we saw in game number 1. Now this time iG.Vitality are going to be on the Dire side. How's that really going to affect their playstyle?
Well, Slardr's the most clear one. It's very easy for them to take at the moment. LG is going to respond with Earth Spirit. So I wouldn't necessarily say Earth Spirit was the reason that Vitality won the last game. I think that it's a better support working with in the previous though. Rubik felt pretty worthless last game just based on all the heroes that he was playing against, and the Winter Wyvern was very good defensively, but it wasn't enough to win. Earth Spirit gives them value and do scaling from beginning to end, and definitely team fight.
Alright, so iG.Vitality grabbed the Lifestealer once again. Now game number 1, he had a completely free lane as no one was casting him in the off lane. It was an aggressive lane on the side of iG.V, so he was just sitting there soaking in the creeps, soaking in the farm, soaking in the XP. Do you think going to put more importance on locking down the Lifestealer, or do they have to do their own thing?
It's it's kind of a complicated problem. Do you lane against the Lifestealer, or do you just stomp the other lane? The scary part about the Lifestealer is that kind of no matter what, he's going to get farm, and it's not so much the fact that you want to shut him down, as you want to shut down his systems, I would say. And that's what iG.Vitality did, so that could be either Slaughter or Spirit. Once he gets like 7, he just does an infest bomb. You already get 150 magic damage, and then jump out and do rage right clicking with probably minimum an armlet or a phase boots with damage from like almost any hero dies from that. That's the issue. Like it doesn't, you shutting down Lifestealer I don't think is going to get you to a point where that doesn't become an issue. So I have to lane against, well, maybe they go for an aggro try, Razor versus Lifestealer. That would be one solution, definitely. But I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I feel like this is like the beginning of the end. They've lost 3 games now in a very similar fashion, just getting run over the 10 to 20 minute mark. Got to stabilize, and they've got to solve this issue, otherwise they're going to Boston.
I mean, don't overlook that loser bracket comes out the hero thing. iG.V definitely putting up a fight, but Oh, they get their paws on the Ricky Bounty Hunter banned out first phase, but they left Ricky in the pool, which is a little interesting. Usually we see that flip around, but in the Chinese game there is still that huge importance of Bounty Hunter. You know, Ricky being picked up, though, he's going to transition into that semi-carry, nice diffusal blade carrier. How are they going to play with this? Is it going to be that roaming war, or is he going to try to offlane, or what?
Well, it's the this is IG special here. Should roam around Invis hero, abuse the lane, and
Reserve time.
so if he does do an aggro trailing, it might be a bit more contested due to the Ricky being in the way. And I think first there's a Stealer combo. Like somebody else that can deliver the as soon as he hits 6. As soon as that guy hits 6, I get somewhere, hop on a Ricky and then something up. And then they use with armor too. I don't know.
I'm getting some deja vu here with these hero picks.
10 seconds remaining.
Just I don't even necessarily see the value of that. It didn't work last game. They didn't pick correctly. I'm not sure where the pieces not use the choice over the festival dagger. To me, Ancient Apparition is the pick though, and I think was it Vitality that draft.
Yep, iG.Vitality drafted this against LGD in their quick 2-0 series yesterday. It's played by Super. And I was talking with Blitz, he kind of had a lot of question marks over why Ancient Apparition as opposed to literally anyone else, but just have them there in team fights, getting off those cold beats on the back lines really does help.
Yeah, and his skill was actually very bizarre. He went 3-point chilling touch skill. Normally, a lot of teams just don't skill it. Maybe not a lot, the max one is very standard, but he went like 2-0-3, which I thought was kind of cool. It does lower your attack speed, but also gives you a lot of magic burst. Can really affect the laning stage in a great way. In Apparition, great instance. And also, I guess the magic amp is pretty crap this game, considering it's got 3 allies that only physical right now. But ultimate will be great. This is like very much an game in my favorite tanky heroes of Axe and Razor. For that.
That does leave iG.Vit with kind of quirky lanes. Obviously, the Ricky's going to be rotating, dealing with the Life Stealer when he hits his 6. Ancient Apparition just needs to soak in levels. He doesn't really care a whole lot about farm, but he's not going to offer a whole lot in terms of super early team fight. You know, he's no Ogre Magi, just sitting there eating damage, popping out stuns. He has to play a lot more cautiously. So iG.Vit have to be a little bit more careful with their Life Stealer.
Okay, just because the game potential and the gapless LG has is good, like that's what that's everybody basically doing shit on the A with Axe, you just have to call him. As long as they still have most of the scores, and if Slardar plus and like with Lifesteal Infest jumping onto somebody, then Ricky's gonna be there too because he can. So I think it's okay for A in this case. So all to do is land the ice. I think that's their point. They want to see that they can somebody, and with Splash, 1 ice vortex or one vortex, and empty home, somebody's gonna die at the start of the they want to do. At some point, if GD gets into enemy territory, then their potential becomes much harder. I think A is maybe their tool to guarantee that. And now also allows them to diversify their magic. The A pick really weird, their 4th, but now the Mirana makes a lot of sense because when Mirana gets Ags, A with Vortex is going to amp all of that. Now the damage is both.
Oh boy, Battle of Fire and Ice here coming out. Ember Spirit going to be picked up, so Razor going to be played by aim in that position 1. Ember Spirit taking up mid against Mirana, most likely. Purge, I need to go ahead, cross your fingers, cross your toes, hold your breath to see if we let in, if we're going to get lag or not. So.
I mean, I've been fine. I haven't like once on these games, except for when I was like falling asleep.
I'm trying here, trying to bring you that best play-by-play possible, so we'll see if Perfect World is going to cooperate. Purge are one of the best play-by-play casters if I'm not available, clearly. So how do you feel about the Ember pick?
I don't know. It's a little scary. Ricky's quite good against it with Smoke Cloud. Diffusal Blade's good. Ember has really low armor as well, so if he ever gets jumped on by a Slardar Lifestealer, he just dies. And his team doesn't really have a good save mechanism. I mean, Axe can jump in with Fall. It's one really good thing about Axe. He's effective against Lifestealer in that way. It doesn't matter if he's raged, but I don't know. I'm doubting the it does give them pretty strong laning, I suppose. But I guess they are kind of weak at damage. It's basically just Arrow, Slar Stun, and Smoke Cloud.
I got the disconnect bug coming in. Looks like Super's having lag too. It could be a server issue.
The WD means water closet though.
The equals means leg though. Yep. That's what I learned.
The leg whole movement.
No, that could be
At
it.
least
He's just lagging on the crapper.
It also gives us a lot of time to choose.
Yeah, I did my prediction. I just guessed. 2 right last game. I was proud of myself.
I did mine in like 10 seconds. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even see it.
Alright, I got 0-4, LGD, maybe an LGD. I feel like...
0-4? There's no way. That's smoke gang kills. Oh, smoke gang kills a game? What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
It's kills within like 20 seconds of smoke reveal or something. I don't know. I'll change it to 5-8. I think there could be a good team
fight. The
fight.
issue is I don't know if iG.Vit is just gonna like roll over and win the game in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think might happen. That's what's gonna change this.
So what are the timings looking like here? Is LGD gonna try to take this late with their Ember Spirit, or do they want to fight early with their Axe Razor?
I mean, the fact that they picked Razor surely means mid-game strength.
No.
And I guess using things like Searing Chains, they will
We're
get a lot of
lagging.
advantage against heroes like Slardar. And once the rage ends on, like, they might have that kind of they might have an advantage.
All right, we're gonna try our.
Should have believed in Lifesteal last game. The true farmer.
All right. Anything interesting happening with overall vision?
First smoke gank just happened. I don't know if there will be a kill.
Oh.
Actually, could break. I think they're doing this basically to spot Ricky. What they're trying to do. He's gonna walk right into it.
Oh, looks
Smoke
like he is. Smoke broke. They're coming back in. They get the dust. Roll comes back on through. Dog's in some serious trouble. Gonna get static linked up, and he will be that first blood coming out in favor of LGD. We're still waiting on that
That's good.
banner. Nope,
I
no
like that.
banner. Okay.
That's the easiest way by far to kill Ricky in the early game. When you don't want to have to just place a sentry and hope that he comes. Smoke breaks, you pop dust. That's a dead hero. They did spend a lot on that. I guess they only spent one dust actually. It's not too bad, and they put a ward down in the meantime. That was quite effective. Faster items for Axe could change things. It looks like he is going to be soloing the safe lane, I guess. Himself an extra set of tangos, actually.
Yeah, DD's got regen up the wazoo here, but is it going to be enough? Is he actually going to get what he needs to in lane? Is he going to soak up the XP? Is he going to get farm of his own? Or just sit there and try not to die?
Oh no.
Ahoy?
The sentry in the mid lane. If Ricky puts his sentry down, it's going to get countered. He's got to kill it right now.
Oh, he's going to be trying. He goes in. He is
Oh,
able to
he's gonna
take
get
it off. Nice work. That's going to be maybe.
Unlucky.
He knows someone's there. He's going to get chewed on by dogfights just a little bit, but unfortunately not able
Dude.
to get his revenge.
I mean, the Jakiro came in just to guarantee that maybe he could get the last hit. Is what happened.
At the horn, we finally get the first blood banner. Thanks, Valve.
Fast tangoing.
Oh,
Cool. They
maybe.
put the new sentries down.
I'm sure they did.
You didn't see it.
Dude.
Well, they basically left the sentry mid. They dewarded the ward to allow Ember Spirit to get the last hit, or to get tango on it.
Oh.
But Ricky showed up basically and dewarded it too bad. Cost him 2 sentries, but at least the sentry's dead mid. That means Ricky's gonna have to spend time.
He's going in. He's trying to go ahead and just bite onto aim, just get some experience here. And so far, Lifestealer having a decent game, just going up, smacking a couple of creeps. But we'll see how well Razor's going to contest him. Again, Razor not going to be playing mid, going to be going head-to-head against the Lifestealer. His static link does go through the rage, so if he gets off the static link and then Lifestealer rages, doesn't matter, still sealing damage, so that's going to be good for the Razor overall. If he can actually get close enough to this Lifestealer, but he's playing safe, sticking under his tower.
So now it's actually pretty hard for Lifestealer, considering he's against 2 heroes that lane well against him, and the third is going to be Earthspirit, who can always just swing in whenever he needs to. So definitely tougher for him than it was before. I mean, at least they have AA, I guess. The challenge does provide really good lane support. I don't think it'll be enough. Like, once they find Ricky, if they can land disable him, like Dual Breath and Rolling Boulder, that guy should die every time, pretty much. The only hero that has a little bit of an iffy laning stage is going to be Axe, but he did get first blood. And yeah, they instantly rotate Lifestealer down. Like, there's no way he can lane against that. And Razor's now going to match him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can keep this Razor moving, just keep aim on him, sucking up that damage, and even if he isn't able to go and convert that to any sort of kill, just farming up with an extra 31 damage is going to feel awful nice now. Rotation in, just making sure the axe is going and getting that farm up top. So really well played by LGD. I like them responding to what iG.Vit are doing. And mid lane, we are going to have a group up raid. Going to go ahead, or rather maybe, getting silenced up. In July comes in, he's got that crush, he pops out the tentacles, and looks like they will be able to do something against him. Lots of damage coming out, nice rotation in from our Earth Spirit. Looks like they will end up losing their Ember, but Earth is still going to be alive, getting some decent chase. Dogfight's dipping low, unfortunately not able to get down the Slardar or the Riki in that scenario.
Yeah, it was a good attempt by Earth Spirit. He rolling bouldered in and blocked the arrow, but it was just a little too much damage there. That's a really great gank setup on maybe. It's the one here that they can pressure. If all these lane rotations keep going well for LGD, then they've got to get kills on mid lane, and those kind of setups are really important. You can maybe kill Axe here. It's just so tough. He does so much damage with spin.
He's running on his little treadmill here. Looks like Dogfight is just going to go take a smack from the Axe and reset. So it's not going to be anything too dangerous for the Axe just yet now. Axe is going to be at the top of the last hit board. He's been rotating really well. We talked about him maybe having trouble going against these lanes, but he's just feeling all right. Looks like he's going in for a super early Vanguard, and they'll have it up in a minute or so.
I like the fast Vanguard this game because you got first blood, and there are still a huge amount of right-click heroes on the enemy. A little bit of fight bottom? No. This is a TP from Razor to match the Lifestealer again.
Dude, we're aggressively dropping more frames here. It's not a great situation, but again, trying our best. It's going to be a perfect world issue. It's not a stream quality issue. It's on the server's fault. So we'll see if it's going to resolve. Sometimes it just spontaneously gets a lot smoother. Keep your fingers crossed for that.
Damn servers.
Yeah, it's all right.
He's going for more chilling touch again. Build. Riki rotating the top lane again. If they can do, I think this is a decent time for them to fight. It's actually 3v2 here.
Oh, going in. Aim is going to go ahead. He's going to get jumped on. Nice little silence there. There's going to be a kick coming back on through the rage from Paparazzi. He's going to be slowed down. Can they actually catch up here? Looks like Aim turning things around. Doesn't actually have to pop the plasma field at all. Razor just feeling completely fine. Let's talk a bit about Razor's build here.
Got it.
He's got 4 iron branches, man.
That's value stats right there. That's good stuff. Gives you mana, gives you HP.
Usually not
armor.
You know, dip it into a Wraith Band to really get that agi going up, but
that's expensive, dude. That's 485. 4 irons, that's 200 value.
All right. So, I mean, does he end up gonna go build those irons into anything, or just sell them off as any slots?
He could mech wand, in which case then his build is completely fine. And I think mech is actually a great build to go if you're against the Slardar. I actually really encourage it in this game. Only downside is you can't heal through a Ice Blast, so the raw HP that you get, maybe not raw, it's not raw, it's the active HP that you gain from mech, pretty beneficial. Vanguard on Axe now, he's practically unkillable. And again, they lane rotate. One of the top lane now.
We'll see if this is going to turn into anything. We do have our Ember Spirit still going at it in the mid lane. There is going to be a jump on him as Riki. Looks like he's moving in. There's no Sentry Vision. Top lane, though, is where it's about to get ugly. There will be a roll in. I hear a static link. Paparazzi getting his damage drained down. Not going to get stunned up. He's able to rage this off. Yeah, well, apparently so. Look at that aim going underneath the tower, taking a lot of tower shots here. There is going to be a nice little ice path catching out super.
Creeps.
Battle of fire versus ice. The creeps are doing something. Aim, is he going to get away from this? Looks like he will be able to do so. AA goes down. Everyone on the Radiant dipping low, but no one actually killed off there. So well played by LGD. No one went to exercise a little bit of caution, a little bit of aggression, and ends up working out real well for them in the end.
Super close to killing the Lifestealer. Just one more hit. Razor was a bit too slow. Picks up his magic wand, Windlace now. If they got that Lifestealer kill, it would have been amazing. Either way, killing the A is solid. I think Jakiro's not going to make it.
I don't know.
Ooh, 6 snipe there.
All right.
That was pretty huge.
Cool.
3 gold from Mana. She's only got 26 last hits. I guess it's only 6 minutes in. Doing pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing well for herself. I like the early Aquila. Does she go straight Ags, or is she going to pick up drums? Does she go into Midas? Is she going to go level 2 boots?
Yeah, definitely not drums or Midas. Those are super outdated builds. Just the brown boots Ags or phase boots Ags build for Marana here. We try to kill maybe here.
Try to kill maybe. Meanwhile, top lane, Aim just draining up all the damage. Maybe. You gonna get out of this? Keep running. Keep running. Keep running. Is he okay?
First bird's there if needed. Oh, they smoked right under a ward. Saw that one.
Oh, looks like they're in the river now.
They are. They're gonna see. Maybe they'll find champ Bottom with the ward. This is actually kind of dangerous now because Super's been to break the smoke, but yeah, they definitely got. You need that?
I see AA's corpse. Alright, looks
Did it.
like they were able to go through, get a smoke. We're gonna try one more reconnect here after this kill down
Drax
bottom.
is-
Looks like
oh, he
Axe is
gets
getting
the
low,
top.
wants to turn things, wants to dogfights. Is actually able to get the kill there. It comes at the cost of his own life, but better at least trade than just go down helpless. Alright, one more reconnect attempt. This will be...
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Huge goal for the axe there. Especially because it's going to delay experience gain for Ricky. He would have loved to have an extra level there.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The Ricky doesn't really do a whole lot. Phase boots now for Ember. Really, phase boots? Okay. It's like he prioritized getting out of the cloud so much that he'd rather just go phase rather than BOT. I haven't seen an Ember not build BOTs in a very long time, but I think LGD just knows if they don't get past these early game engagements, they're just going to lose the game. Very surprising I didn't pick up.
Yeah, looking at the overall net worth chart here, it is going to be spiraling in LGD's favor. Is this something that can continue in terms of momentum, or is iG.Vit really going to hit a nice mid-game stride? Are they anticipating having really effective mid-game team fights?
That's what they do usually. I would have said yes, LGD can definitely pressure this and continue this advantage. I don't know. The way the last couple games have gone against iG.Vit, they just match up poorly or something. On the bright side, their ganks have gone better turnarounds. Like Axe was able to barely kill the Ricky Maru before he went down, so that kind of advantages can really make a big difference. They're doing this like 4-man style push too. Axe will stay in the safe lane. He'll prevent iG.Vit from getting a really easy tower, and then the other 4 will hopefully take a decent fight, and Axe can TP.
Yeah, apparently...
Ricky TP mid. They see the TP actually. They saw the Ricky TPing in, so they're gonna know the lifestealers here. If they back up from this, perfect.
Yeah, this is LGD just going in, getting all the information they need and backing off completely unscathed. Apparently my Dota TV isn't working. It was working last game. I touched no settings, but I'll check it again.
This could die.
Test,
There's a lot of pings bottom. I'm not sure who's exactly...
Alright. There's no reason Mike shouldn't be working. Maybe it's a perfect world server issue, but I sincerely apologize for everything here. We're definitely doing our best with what we're dealt.
Good old China servers.
You know, it's not ideal, but we'll make it work here. Going frame by frame, you get to look at the team fight, really get that in the moment information.
He's in trouble right now, actually. He's being ganked. Whoa. That was weird. He almost battled. Berserker's called the Ricky. He might still die here. We'll see. He's gonna get arrowed. Yeah, this looks quite bad for him. By Axe. He spun pretty well. They almost killed Ricky. They're gonna chase for this one.
Yeah, they are. Looks like an ice path is going to be going in. Not sure if it hits or not. Plasma field. Oh, Razor's teleporting. He's moving forward. They want to go get the kill on Paparazzi. He's moving towards the wrong side of the map, man. What are you doing? You crazy? He doesn't have enough mana to TP, so he's just trying to YOLO this one out, but he ran to the wrong base. Not going to be any sort of sanctuary there. I guess
Make that mistake sometimes, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
oh, I'm dire. Okay.
Nah, that was more just really completely occupying LGD. Now you got your Slardar free farming, feeling safe as hell as he knows all the Radiant just went and scattered back to their own base.
Fortunately, he's a really bad farmer, and it's his life now. Billion Hellbears. It's looking really good for LG. The fact that they killed the Ricky on top of that is fantastic. Even though Axe is dying a little bit, he's creating a lot of space, and we didn't really see this last game. He just kind of farmed. But this game, the tactical position of forcing these rotations to go on him, the guy with tons of armor, with huge damage block, with lots of levels, it's changing a lot. Ricky's going to steal some experience at least, so getting some value out of his early game, but this is maybe one of the worst Ricky roamings I've seen from iG.Vit out of the 3 games. Normally they get so much out of it, but this game they've had a lot of trouble getting value. Well, could get confused from this as well. Did you see the scan bottom? They think that most of iG.Vit is bottom. Or at least they scanned and found a hero. They're going on Rock. She's definitely going to die now.
Looks like the tower going to be going down as well. Jakiro just focusing that down. Easy kill. Tower, Mirana in the span of a second or two. LGD just really feeling like they're comfortable right now. But of course, iG.Vit, they're getting ready to do iG.Vit things. They've got 2 vessels for really nice Lifestealer Infest bombs. They've got the AA Ice Blast, which we really haven't started to see the impact of. That can be pretty detrimental, especially in drawn-out team fights. If you're not regenning, well, good luck to you.
Should be alright though, just because they've been having trouble setting up the combos. Like, they have vessels to set the lifesteal up, but it's pretty much just Ricky at the moment. Even the starter's doing alright, but he's not doing amazing. He's been farming, but he's nowhere near Blink Dagger yet. For once, LG finally has a Blink Dagger, like an initiation advantage over their opponents. The game feels like completely different from all the others they've played against iG.Vit.
Smoke gang coming in. The Radiant looking for something. Smoke can get popped by dogfights. Are they going to be able to go back in and reveal? Looks like they're charged towards that mid lane. The Mirana, much more high value target, is going to be stuck up, culled down. Easy pickings there. Dogfight's able to go ahead and scamper onto the back lines. But look at LGD moving forward into the dire jungle. Can they go ahead and find Paparazzi? Looks like he's going to go ahead, get that retreat call, just phase boot himself to safety. But LGD is still feeling safe, pushing onto the dire side of the map. Down bottom, we got aim. Just feeling crazy down here in the bottom, slapping onto this tower. There is going to be a very angry Ancient Apparition trying to deal with that. Dogfight's getting low from that plasma field, just wrong place at the wrong time. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get himself to safety, but the rest of the Radiant squad wanting to push this bottom tier 1, and they'll be able to take it very easily.
Doing a great job moving around the map, getting kills. Pressuring towers as well. It was a Dragonline spell, Razor, no mech there. But the rest of their heroes, they've got everything they need. I also really like Baby's build, just completely prioritized around early game items because he knows, like, this isn't a game of a late game, this is getting overrun by iG.Vit at the 15-minute mark. About Wand, Aquila, Horman's Shield, Bottle, and he's got a range up. He's got actually 5 early game items in his inventory just so he can stay alive and keep doing new damage. Pretty incredible.
Ooh, little Ice Blast here, connecting onto 2 heroes. We'll see if there's going to be any sort of follow-up. So Ricky's coming in, maybe gets a couple of munches off on that Jakiro, but it's
that would be
looking...
death.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking easy either way. Is it time for Ricky to try to go for that Diffusal Blade? Does he need to kind of stick with support?
How do you even get that, man? He can't farm creeps, he can push waves, kind of, but then everybody knows where he is and knows that he's not setting up a infest gang. Him not showing is super important. Like, he has to get his gold from team fight pretty much. And they do have Armlet now on Life Dealer, so maybe this is gonna work. But it isn't until Blink Dagger started action happens. They just got it now. Blink Dagger's ready. Now they can finally do stuff.
We'll see. We've got a couple of vessels walking around. Our Invis boy looking to go and try something out. But again, the damage on iG.Vit is pretty underwhelming. Yeah, you've got the Lifestealer, which is neat. Slardar's Crush, it's okay. His right clicks aren't that ferocious. AA has to land a great Ice Blast. They gotta get off Ice Vortexes. They gotta go ahead and get off the Chilling Touch. Oh gosh, the call coming in. Axe just making space. Looks like the Ice Blast's gonna be flying on in. It will connect onto our little Axe here, and looks like he's getting low. They will get the kill there. Paparazzi getting out of here. He's gonna be scooping back towards that high ground. We'll be able to get away here. Ice Path not gonna clip onto the Lifestealer. He should be able to get back, but the plasma field kills him off. Aim on a killing spree. 3 heroes out on iG.Vit, so that little gank did not end up working out. LGD, they lose their Axe, lose the Earth Spirit, but they're going to go ahead and get a tower out of this and keep their cores alive, so everything's coming up Radiant.
Yeah, dude, Axe MVP of that fight so easily. Like, Blink calls in on the Slardar. As soon as you disable one of their heroes, that stops the chain initiation. iG.Vit has to be going in first if they run Lifestealer with the Slar. And the ward in the area by the Roche pit that spotted this up, I don't necessarily know why iG.Vit wasn't even smoked there, but they should have been. And because they weren't, it allows LGD to go in first. They get chain disables on 2-3 heroes from both First Spirit as well as the Jakiro. And even their great Ice Blast doesn't matter. Like, Axe dies for it, but it's completely worth it with a 1-team fight.
God damn, just watching Jakiro move around looks like he's just stroking around the map. It is not easy to follow here. Now, all of Dire just going to go ahead clean up this little Ancient, and they're going to go ahead and move on into the Roche pit relatively soon. It's a decent time, 16 minutes in. Radiant don't have a lot of vision in this area. Yeah, they've got a couple of nice lane wards here in that top area, but nothing directly on the river. They're not able to see this rotation.
Have you ever seen Jakiro in Dota 1 before?
Not
kind of like it had like really bad turn radius then, kind of just looked like a floating dragon. It was kind of funny.
Is that one of the ones where his wings are kind of square and he just looks stupid?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like Warcraft 3. Yeah, that's the same model. It's actually very similar to the Dota 2 model, really.
Yeah, I mean,
But in a-
Radiant, they're looking for something. Go for the call there just to make sure Ricky's not around, not under their nose. And sentries popped out. They are all about the vision game. Now Ricky, he's going to be escaping for now, just hiding in this little patch of trees. But LGD, they're keen on something. This could be a pretty bloody fight coming up. You got Radiant Illusions in the pit to make sure no one on iG.Vit pokes their head in. But for now, iG.Vit just content to try to farm up, try to get space for themselves. What's the comeback mechanism going to be for iG.Vit? Is it now Mirana has her Ags? Is it Paparazzi's next item?
Definitely killing their enemy heroes, and Ags on Mirana is going to be the thing that does that, quite possibly. It's an extra 300 magic damage in an AoE. In an initiation where they stun maximum 2 heroes, or minimum 2 heroes, they can definitely win the fight. They've got to kill people at the start of the fight. That's the important. And following up with a smoke can help as well. If Ember Spirit goes down right at the beginning, that'll be huge.
Oh, dogfight's going in. They see this Jakiro. He's hiding. They're not going to go in for the kill.
I don't think they know he's there.
I think they know someone's there. They just don't know if they're alone, if they're surrounded by someone. The smoke now coming in should end up popping relatively soon. The Slardar could be crawling towards the mid lane. Not actually going to see that Jakiro hiding in the trees. So it looks like Dire going in for a fruitless smoke attempt. Yeah. Back towards the Roche pit. This illusion is going to be expiring, and it looks like they're no longer going to get Radiant Vision around that pit. So it's now anyone's game. Dire uses a scan, doesn't find any Radiant heroes here. They don't really anticipate them being under this shadow of the Tier 1. Now all of iG.Vit revealed on the map towards the mid. So it's up to LGD to decide whether they rotate towards Roche, whether they rotate towards a fight, or just split up and farm.
iG.Vit just doesn't feel comfortable doing anything because they haven't seen LGD in forever. They could be anywhere. They even use their scan behind them because they're behind themselves because they said, well, they're actually behind us. I don't know. They will clear out a lot of observer wards near the Roche pit at least. That's a pretty big advantage because now they can just farm this area, push out the bot lane, and then control the Roche area and possibly even take. All it takes is one good engagement, one good team fight, they get Aegis, and then it changes the pace of the entire game. So the next engagement's super important.
Alright, Radiant, they're moving in. They definitely want this Roche shot. More important, they want a chance to get more and more kills just to drive up their net worth advantage. Dogfights, again, keeping up that mobile vision, just making sure he gets good eyes on everyone. Now, the mid lane, we are going to see LGD move in, just clearing out the creeps. Moonlight Shadow coming in from iG.Vit. So maybe looking for some rotations of their own, but they're all kind of scattering. You got Lifestealer up here, just clearing out the wave, clearing out the jungle. Everyone's just going back to base for that reset. So LGD definitely playing more of the team-oriented game at this point.
Yeah, that's because iG.Vit knows that they can't take a 5v5 fight. If they do, they're going to get rolled over every time, unless they initiate with a perfect stun. And they were looking for the engagements earlier, they just didn't find them. They'll move out again. Ancient Apparition farming decent well, going for a 4-step afterwards. I like his item and skill build choices, they're pretty solid. They just need to take some towers of their own. That's really important that that happens, because it was hard enough for them to look for kills before. And now that they've seen bunches of heroes top, they finally get to take Roche. They're finally working out all the dewarding that they did, and all the observer wards in the area and the sentries, they're finally going to get Roche advantage.
And that Dire side coming in, although we are going to have Radiant, not going to let this put out a fight. How quickly are they taking this Roche? It's going down pretty fast with that amp damage. Now Slardar coming in. They're going to see the Razor moving forward. He's got his ult at the ready. Let's try to catch this fight one frame at a time.
Oh, the call.
Oh, Ember Spirit's going to go in. The call catches onto 2. There's going to be a short range Ice Blast. Will connect onto 2 heroes on the Radiant side. Aim actually getting a little bit low. Micropire, though, doing some serious work. Paparazzi not going to get out of this one alive. Now Slardar is going to go ahead, get stunned, and there's going to be the Aegis popping back out. We'll see if everyone else is going to get out. Paparazzi desperately trying to get away, although he is not going to be able to do so. Everyone but Ricky going to be dead on iG.Vit. Triple kill coming in. It's just looking pretty nasty. iG.Vit, how do they recover from this?
Gotta win a fight, it's the only way. And the fight was just perfect from the other side on LGD's side, like Axe getting a great 2-man blink call that led into maybe jumping in with triple Remnant to land a great Searing Chains on the Mirana and the other heroes. And then the super important thing, Razor finally sapped all of the damage away from Lifestealer, and he like an absolute truck as hard as an Ursa or something extreme like that. If he can just stay alive and get to that point to sap all the damage, iG.Vit loses every single fight. They just took a little bit too long to kill Roche. If they had killed that and they got it out, or even like TP'd while in the Roche pit and lost 1 hero, 2 heroes, I think that would have been superior to what happened just now. That fight clears things up. And they lost Aegis. It's like all they did was kill Roche and got the gold that way. every advantage that they should have from that is gone.
Yeah, I mean, overall net worth looking pretty stable in favor of LGD. Now 7,500, but sitting there for 4 or 5 minutes now. iG.Vit, they need this perfect team fight. They're really trying to go for these big objectives, but it seems like LGD are just a step ahead of them. And I mean, you've got the Ember Spirit who's only going to continue to scale up. We talked about him going for nice little stepping stones here, not rushing into late game items, but now he's going to go ahead and fly himself a completed Manta style. How's that going to change the pace of things?
It's just a defensive item. By buying this much agility, it gives him a bunch more armor points than he normally wouldn't have, so he won't just necessarily die instantly from infest bombs. He can also Manta off, amplify damage, also guarantee that his armor is still higher, and he can also split. There's a lot of value to this build that he wants. It's not nearly standard, I wouldn't say. It's more of a reaction to what's happening in this game, but it's smart that maybe he's been able to transition this way in terms of his build and not do what he guarantee a win.
Alright, the rest of Dire, their group, and we're gonna see what's gonna be going down. Ancient Apparition picks up the Staff of Witchery. Is that gonna be like a Panic Yules? Are we gonna see an attempt at an
Force
axe?
for sure. It's gotta be it's either a Force or an eggs. I would assume it's gonna be a Force based on the fact that you bought the Staff first.
And not
if
the
it was
point
an
booster.
eggs, I'd prefer Point Booster or the Strength item even. A Force. I think a Force. They've got to get a good engagement. They're very close to someone Lifestealer that could make a big difference, but the armor items are slowly coming out for the team, and they're about to go high ground. Ooh, there's TP. Be a big kill.
I sure hope so.
But no Lifestealer.
Oh, okay.
He did use Manta. If Lifestealer was here, they would definitely fight. But with Lifestealer at the bottom, that's their biggest damage source. That's the thing that Slaughter amplifies. This Lifestealer.
Oh, there we go. We're catching up. We're getting a couple frames there. We're at a solid, 2, maybe solid a frame per second there. So, well, let's see. Charging forward, we got the Radiant Squad looking to crack high ground. iG.Vit, I mean, they've got TPs aplenty. Looks like every single person, aside from Arlo Marana, is sitting on a TP scroll ready to go. But Dire have got to start to get back pretty quickly. You've got Jakiro with 4 points in that liquid fire. He melts down these towers pretty gosh darn fast.
They seen him. Oh, they missed the blink initiation.
Fantastic purge.
Oh my god, they're just dead, dude. The macro probably lands on 3 heroes. Lifestealer's trying to get out. He's just dead at the start. Positioning there for the Radiant team was perfect. The does a lot, but it's just not enough. The positioning of the LGD heroes, they're standing in trees by the time LGD realized that iG.Vit was there. iG.Vit was at the same point in time, so the blink stun from Slaughter missed. Didn't catch anyone. Therefore, nobody died at the start. That hit 3 people with the macro fire. Just a sword fight.
Axe goes in for a call. Get the ice path here. Oh, Piranha just destroyed Ancient Apparition. The only hero left on the field. We could be moments away from a GG, and that would break the curse.
They called it.
Oh, there we go. GG pops in. The curse broken. It's longer, just 2-0 stomps in the lower bracket. We're going to a game number 3 here. And I need everyone in chat, everyone at home, like wake up your parents, your friends, just tell them to cross their fingers. The game 3 is going to give us a smooth connection to the Perfect World servers. Again, apologies about lag. It's not on our end. It's trying to connect to the chat.